Hi, y'all. I am really running late today. Like it's 7 something at night. Oh, well, I wasn't going to make a video this late, but we need to do a little shout out danceroo. Guess whose birthday it is, y'all? It's Ms Beth's birthday. Happy birthday, Ms Beth. I am so thankful and grateful that you have come into my life, and you are an amazing woman, an amazing friend. I love you dearly, and I hope you have a wonderful birthday. You mean the world to me, and I thank you so much. I really do. And y'all leave comments for Miss Beth. She's a moderator, so she'll see every one of them. Um, yes, I'm so excited. Um, she's stuck through this, Miss. Moderating at times on this channel can be a little on the hell side. So things do get interesting because sometimes the trolls won't give up. But I admire their determination because we'll block an account, they'll go making another account, and I'll block that one, and they'll go make another one. I'm like, y'all are dedicated. Now, if y'all could just go find a real job and be that dedicated to a job, we'd be set for life, huh? So anyway, I'm just happy about that. The other cool news is I talked to Miss Rita from Sandra Stitch and Stash, and I got the fabric ordered for the Haid that I want to order. I did go with the vintage, the vintage quilt. Let me pull that up without my eyeballs. This is the one I ended up going with. Excuse me. Can we not do that? It was pretty unanimous on Facebook because I asked about it. And it is me. It really is. The vintage, it's called Vintage Quilts, Heaven and Earth Designs. So this piece of fabric is humongous. Like almost a yard of fabric. But there's somebody else that said they saw one that was a kitchen with a mixer. I think you were talking about this one. This is a sewing machine, but it's so bright and cheery. I want to also get that one too. I may just, you know what? I may just like, and go ahead and print all the ones I want off at Office Depot. Maybe every other payday order a Haid and be like, let's do this. Let's just do this. And then have a rotation. Sometimes that works for a lot of cross stitchers that have multiple whips. I'm a kind of girl only like one, maybe two, before I freak out and be like, I can't do this. But I kind of want to. I kind of want to have that options. I need to sew like a pillowcase type thing, or I may just go get a pillowcase because I'm lazy like that for the Haids, because I think I will probably put them in a Q-snap at the corner, do chunk at a time. I don't have scroll rods that are going to be that big. I think the biggest scroll rod I have is a 24 inch, and I'm pretty sure it's not going to fit. It's not going to fit. So, anyway, if the other patterns that are only needing an 18 by 18 piece of fabric, I can do. That's not a problem. But if I'm going with the Haids and some of the other projects I have, then yeah, I'm going to have to Q-snap it up. So we'll see, because everything I have is 18 by 18 inches. The vintage quilt, the Heaven and Earth, is the big big girl. And Pandemic is going to need a 30 by 35 piece of fabric. So there's some that are going to I could fit them on a scroll rod. Other ones I'm going to have to Q-snap it up. And I don't know if I've got. See, what I've done is I ordered. I throughout the year, well, throughout starting cross stitch, I ordered different sizes of Q snaps, so that a way I have one of each size that I can make my own frame or my own size of Q snap. Because like the Halloween quilt one, this Q snap is not a standard Q snap size. I put it together with extension pieces and stuff like that. I have the biggest one I have is like a 11 by 11 or something. It's like the size of a pizza box, but I'll use like parts of that with some smaller sides, and it works out really well. But I am going to either make a pillowcase or some kind of case. Whether I go to Goodwill and get some, I may go to Goodwill and just stock up on some pillowcases, throw them in the washer with some bleach. I don't care if they bleach out. I don't care. Want to clean, and then that way, when I set it down, it won't get so dirty. Because that's the bad thing about working with white Aida. A little bit of dirt and your piece is like, it's hardcore to get it out of there. Even with Dawn soap, it's a tough. That's why you hear I went with that vinyl tablecloth of where I stitch. Here, I'll show you down. See, it's that vinyl. So that way, when I start stitching, before I start stitching, I'll come in here and rub it down with a baby wipe. Make it really clean. And try to help the fabric. The fabric I ended up going with was a cheaper fabric, because the white Aida was going to be pretty expensive. And I always, Sandra's Stitch and Stash, Miss Rita always serges my edges. It costs to get it serged. But if you're working on a long-term project, getting serged edges are amazing because your shit's not falling apart. And like this one, the firefighter, see how it's doing this number? Well, with serged edges, it doesn't do that because the edges are serged. And she offers that service. And I'm like, hell yeah, I will pay to have it. And it's not even that expensive. It's like under $5 to do a piece. So, of course, I'm going to get it serged. But the story, the moral, words. I went with Fiddler's Cloth. I don't think I've ever worked with that. It was a little bit cheaper than the white Aida, but it was 14 count. So I was like, you know what? I've never worked with it, but she said it would look really good to add that antique vibe that picture is, because it is vintage quilts. So she's like, it really would make it really vintage looking. And I said, I'm all about that, because the white was just too white. You know what I'm saying? That like that background is a yellow, and it's got that yellowish vintage feel to it. So Aida Fiddler's Cloth. See how yellow that background is? I guess you're not gonna be able to see that, but everything is kind of, what's that word? I don't know what the word I'm looking for, but anyway. So it'll help it look. Because my thought was, okay, I'll get the white Aida and then I'll just shove it in a pan of coffee grinds, because we have more than plenty coffee grinds around in this house. But I was like, if I can avoid that, I want to, because again, I'm lazy. I ain't gonna lie about it. So Fiddler's Cloth is supposed to be a vintage look, so that's what I'm gonna go with. So anyway, long story short, I got the fabric ordered, and I'm going to order the pattern soon. And it's going to take a little while to get here, probably, because I'm going to order the large print paper pattern, which is 70-something pages. I'm going to have to see if Office Depot will comb bind that. Comb binding is the plastic bind. that you can get at Office Depot. That's a service they do. So, and remember, I got those 3 digital magazines. Somebody had, a dear friend of mine sent PayPal money to get that Halloween edition magazine ornaments, and I got 2 other ones. I have not printed those out. I don't know if the technicalities are being printed out, but I want to. I have a hard time following patterns on a digital level. I just do. But I've been looking at them and I'm like, I really would like this in paper. So I'm going to try and see if they can print it off for me and do the comb binding and go from there. So I don't know what the legalities of that is, but if I'm the only one using it and the only one seeing it, then I think I'm okay. I don't know. Cross-stitch patterns are a hit and miss of what can be done. And I mean, it's kind of strict, but it's kind of like, I don't know. Is it legal is the big thing. And I'm trying to find a pattern that's coffee related. Because we are big coffee drinkers in this house. And I really wanted to put something up near the coffee machine. We run 2 coffee pots in this house. I ain't gonna lie, we do. We run 2 coffee pots, mainly because he likes his like dark, like that Folgers silk dark, and I like more of a breakfast blend. So we run 2 coffee pots, but it would be cool to have a little piece, by the coffee pots. I think that would be really nice. I don't want anything major, just a little something, less than 8 by 10, 5 by 7 maybe. I don't know. So I'm going to be on the search for something like that. Where am I got paint on my shirt from? Who the hell knows? But anyway, guys, thank y'all so much for watching. And yes, I can't wait to get all this stuff done. I'm going to order the pattern next, and then in the next battle is going to be the floss list. Because Ms Beth, I think, told me that I can email the floss list. So I told Miss Rita that's going to be the next step is I'm going to get the pattern, and then I will send her the floss list, and she will handle it. I ordered the fabric today, and she's already got it packaged up, ready to be sent out. I'm telling you, she's amazing, amazing. Sandra's Stitch and Stash. Okay, guys? I'll try to link it in the below, but I suck at that. So, Sandra's Stitch and Stash. Love y'all.